Hello, good afternoon. Welcome everybody at the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. I see that at least the technical part of the conference is on summer holidays because I think that you didn't hear the sound of the video, but I hope that you hear normally now and that we can spend together the next 90 minutes because we have a very interesting program of 4 presentations of 4 ladies. All of them are teachers and they will share their practice with us. Let's see what we have prepared for today. So today we have the presentation from Croatia. That is the first presentation. Barbara Bošnjak will present us the case of the EU values in our daily lives. So a case of celebrating Europe Day. The second presentation will be by Ivana Vasilevska Petrovska, Accessible Digital Education for Learners with Autism and Intellectual Disabilities. Then the next presentation is the Livresq tool, a tool that transforms learning into a game. Antonia will share her practice, how she uses this tool in her teaching. And then we will conclude with Nada Ratković and the presentation on the importance of artificial intelligence virtual assistants. And my name is Blanka Tacer. I will be your host today. Let's see the ladies who are with us today. So Barbara, welcome. You will be the first presenter. And can you tell us a little bit? Yeah.
Yes, I would like to first welcome everyone to this 52nd edition of Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. As you might have heard, my name is Barbara Bošnjak, and for the past 17 years, I've been working as an English and German language teacher at a secondary school in Našice, as already mentioned, in Croatia. I am also a part of a project team. And today I will be talking about European values, which reflect the 3-year program that we've been running in our school, which is called the EPAS. But you will learn more about it throughout the presentation.
Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, Ivana, welcome. Ivana is from North Macedonia. Also, she works with students with special needs. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity to present our work on this Pan-European conference. We are very interested in digital education. This is the main topic of our project. First, let me give you a little background for myself. I am a special needs teacher, special educator and rehabilitator for over 10 years, but I'm more involved in research in the last years as I'm working on a PhD in the topic of inclusion, but digital education is also something that I'm very interested about. And also I'm working on a project as a part of the Autism Institute in Skopje, since autism and intellectual disabilities is my specialty in special education needs. So I'm looking forward to present our work in the following slides.
I'm so happy you are here. Antonia, welcome. You are the third presenter.
Good afternoon. My name is Antonia Silaghi. I am history teacher in high school Constantin Șerban from Romania. I am also passionate about ICT, so I try to involve many ICT tools in my teaching. I'm first time here at the Pan-European Conference like presenter. I also was in the past like participant, but not like presenter. And I hope everything will be okay and you will enjoy my presentation.
You are the first time, but I hope not the last time. So,
I hope
yeah.
so.
As Nada already presented several times, right? So Nada, welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Blanca. Greetings from Croatia. Really honored to be today on the 52nd Pan-European Conference. Yes, as you say, every year, sometimes and 2 times at the year. Professor, mentor in a high vocational school by Josipa Jelačića Sinj, also professor assistant on the Faculty of Economic Business Tourism Split. Very passionate teacher, educator, counselor, researcher, author. So today, as we here all are, I can say, adoring the technology, everybody from his and her side. I will today have a presentation on the importance of artificial intelligence virtual assistants. Today with us, I'm really honored to be with these great educators, especially this part of the students with special needs and gifted students. That is always for us the biggest problem in our work. So today I'm learning and sharing. Thank you. Thank you, Blanca.
Thank you, and thank you to all the participants. I thought since it's summer holidays, right? I thought that maybe the number of participants will be a little bit lower, but we have currently 324 participants, teachers, who follow this conference during their holidays. So thank you very much for this commitment to lifelong learning, which is very important, and also to prepare ourselves for the next school year. So all the presentations are available here as usual in the Facebook group Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. You can go there and find the presentations. As you know, usually also the certificate of attendance are available. I will put the link in which you can request the certificate of attendance in the chat as soon as Barbara will start her presentation. So in the link, you write your name precisely, your surname precisely, and email address. And then the application sends you the certificate into your inbox. Please also check the spam folder or commercials folder. Also, we are always interested in new presenters. So all the teachers who would like to present your case, your teaching practice on innovation in teaching, on blended learning or project-based learning, or other topics that are connected with digital education, welcome to write us and express your wish to present. We will gladly accept your teaching practice. Okay, so now, Barbara, I will give my word to you. We already have your slides here. So the presentation is entitled The European Union Values in Our Daily Lives, Celebrating Europe Day.
Okay, thank you, Blanca. Once more, I express a warm welcome to everyone who found time to participate in this 52nd edition of the Pan-European Conference. We've already learned that the vacation mode is on, so this is actually a very great honor for us to be presenting while people are on their holidays. So thank you once more for being so professionally oriented and conscious. So as I already said, summer is actually in its due course. So the colors of this presentation are actually trying to reflect the mood we are currently in. The topic, as Blanca already mentioned, is the European values in our daily lives and focusing on celebrating the Europe Day. So perhaps some of you might be wondering why this topic precisely. Well, human dignity, the rule of law, human rights, democracy, and so on. These are all very basic core European values, which are the basis of the European Union. And we as teachers are somehow obligated to instill these values in our students. And we can also encourage their growth and help them transcend this national or state identity and actually form the European one. To start with, I would like to provide some background information on the source of my inspiration here. For the past 3 years, the school I work at has been a member of the EPAS program. It's the European Parliament Ambassador School program. We started with the program in September of 2021, and my colleague and I actually applied, and we spent the entire school year in this trial period. And in July 2022, we were fully officially accepted as the EPAS school. The aim of this program is actually to teach the European values to our students and to help them develop their democratic skills, also teach them about parliamentary democracy, which is actually the basis of the European Union. And each school applying in this program actually is required to form a team. Team of teachers is called senior ambassadors, and the team of students are called junior ambassadors, and they cooperate and work together on organizing, preparing, and implementing a variety of lessons, a variety of activities, events, celebrating and promoting European values, and outlining European Union role in our everyday lives. One such event is also the Europe Day, which every official European Parliament Ambassador School is somehow requested to celebrate in a way they choose they see fit. So the Europe Day is celebrated on the 9th of May each year. It marks the anniversary of the Schuman Declaration, which was presented in 1950. And this is actually the founding document of the European Union, promoting peace and unity. The central theme of the European Day changes every year. This year, the topic was democracy and the European elections, while last year, in 2023, it was oriented on European Year of Skills, which promoted the formation and actually a forming of green, digital, and competitive Europe. Today, I would like to share our experience with celebrating the Europe Day and therefore also implementing these European values in a variety of activities, which not only belong to regular lesson plans, but also can be incorporated in outside classroom activities. To start with, I would like to talk about the Europe Day of 2023. On the slide, you can see some images from the celebration we've organized on that day. It wasn't precisely 9th of May, but it was the 28th of April. because it coincided with the Creativity Week in our school. And that Friday, we had the school open for public, and we had many visitors from elementary schools and from local public, which could who could then participate in our activities and also observe what we do in this EPAS program. For the purposes of celebrating Europe Day 2023, there were 3 activities that we've planned. The first one was the online workshop. This is the middle part of the slide. In this online workshop, this was actually an online debate in which team of students participated. There were 10 different Croatian EPAS schools involved, and students discussed a variety of topics which were interesting to them, such as the age appropriate for voting, particular examples of inclusion, and so on. And students were very satisfied, and we needed to prolong the planned time for it, because they had a lot of things to say on the topics selected. The second activity was, this is the lower picture in the right corner. This was a collection of short activities, educational materials, and quizzes about the European Union. So by scanning the QR code, students were able to access a platform which contained a lot of materials regarding different information about the European Union, and they could also check their knowledge by doing online quizzes. And the last picture is the upper one in the upper right corner. This is the picture actually showing the third activity, and this was the exhibition, which was kindly sent by the Swedish embassy from Croatia. And the exhibition had the topic, of course, Sweden and the female role in the time of the Vikings. Why Sweden? Because at that time, Sweden held presidency of the Council of the European Union, and we also took the opportunity to teach or to present to our visitors and participants what the purpose and the principle of the rotating presidency meant. So in this way, through these 3 activities, our participants, the students, and the local public who came to see the event had the opportunity to learn more about the European Union, to get to know the European Union values better, and to recognize their influence in our daily lives. On the left side of the slide, you can also see a leaflet, which was some kind of let's say, a product of this common work on celebration of this Europe Day. And this leaflet actually contains basic information about the European Parliament Ambassador School program we dealt with throughout the year. Also, we continued with the celebration also this year. So this year's activities were, let's say, a bit different from the usual ones that we've covered the year before. We started by actually forming the leaflet in which we listed all the activities we had planned, and also informed the wider public to freely participate in whichever activities they were interested in. The activities started on Thursday. This was exactly the Europe Day, so the 9th of May. We participated in a webinar. It was held by an art expert from the European Parliament, and it led us into the wonderful world of art and democracy. We continued with our activities throughout Friday, and this was the 10th of May, where we had planned actually two very different but both equally creative activities. The first one is shown through the images in the middle part of the slide. So this was the escape room, which was called the Murder in the European Parliament. Students were very thrilled to have the ability to participate, because most of our students had never been to a real escape room before. And we've done our best to transform one of our classrooms into a murder scene, so to say. So there were 7 groups who participated in this murder case mystery, and they were playing the roles of detectives and trying to figure out what really had happened. While at the same time they got to know the European institutions, their role, their competence, and so on. The second activity is shown in the upper right corner. So this was the time when the Eurosong competition was at its peak, and our student decided to provide support to our Eurosong representative, Baby Lasagna. So they made a short video to his song, Rimtim Tagitim. If we have time, I will play an excerpt from the video later on. And the last activity, which took part on Monday, was the European Quiz Night, where our junior ambassadors had the opportunity to collaborate with a lot of different EPA schools from Europe, so from abroad, not only from Croatia. And they've already made some plans on continuing the cooperation on this European Quiz Night. So we have one planned for the upcoming school year. Through these 3 or 4 activities, we also tried our best to make the Europe Day as memorable as possible, and also to actually encourage our students to widen their knowledge about the European Union itself, and also to cherish and value our own traditions within the European Union. Both of these examples can be taken as examples of good practice, in a way that at the same time they really do promote the values of the European Union, and we recognize the role of the European Union in our daily lives. And we can also see how a variety of different digital tools had been used for the purposes of celebrating both of these events, and without it we wouldn't be able to do half of it. So this would be it from me. I hope I've inspired some of you to continue with what you've been doing regarding the European values, or perhaps I've actually encourage some of you to start expressing or incorporating European values into your own everyday lessons. It's actually fun and creative, and students can see the benefits of it in the long term. So that would be it. Apart from the last slide, which I wasn't sure whether it was shown or not, and this was the evaluations. I'm not sure if possible. And first off, thank you for your attention. And if possible, please scan the code and simply do. It's a very short evaluation. I would be very grateful. Thanks a lot once more. So Blanca, do you think we have time to play?
Why not? Why not? Yes, why not?
Okay, thank you. I will just then share my screen very quickly and show you this short excerpt from the video. Okay.
Thank you, Barbara, for your... Yeah, the connection today is a little bit in the summer mode. It's too hot, maybe, because we don't hear the sound,
Okay.
but we hear the movement. We see the movement.
Oh, then
so,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a very,
okay,
it's a very nice.
Sorry about that. But yes,
No,
so they
it's
did
okay,
it on
no.
their own. They.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so thanks for the opportunity to be here once more, and I'm very interested and eager to see and hear what other presenters have to say.
Thank you, Barbara. Can you tell us what is the procedure to become an European Parliament's ambassador school?
Ambassador school. Okay, so in Croatia, we have the team representing the European Parliament. So this is the core team from Zagreb, and we actually got in touch with them. So I believe in other countries there's also a representative or perhaps a team of representatives which can help you with this. And once we got in touch with them, they actually sent us let's say, a list of things European Parliament ambassador schools are meant to tackle throughout the school year, because at the end of each school year there's an independent evaluation, and we are more or less being reviewed and graded according to the list we had received at the beginning of school year. So try to either contact your own representatives at the European Parliament. I believe that they will be more than happy to help you and to include as many schools as possible in this program. It's a very useful thing to do.
Definitely, and it is a one tool for school internationalization, you know, and
Yes.
for motivating students. And I mean,
Yes, we have a lot of examples to talk about. I've just picked these two. In this school year, we've participated in it was an international event in Graz, Austria. Our students were invited to participate. There were 5 other European countries also present, schools which were actually did, let's say, best in this program. So they were rewarded by allowing student and teacher participation in this program also. So there are different things that you can actually do, and different things to experience, if you're willing, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much for your good work. We move now to Ivana. Ivana, welcome. So Ivana has a presentation on accessible digital education for learners with autism and intellectual disabilities. I will give you my word in a second. Do we have your presentation? Yes, we have it here.
Yes.
In the meanwhile, some of the participants are saying that the link for the certificate of attendance doesn't work. I checked it, it works, but maybe sometimes if a lot of people are requesting a certificate in the same time, then the link gets a little bit unstable. So you just try again, and I'm sure it will work at some point. Regarding the subtitles, that was also one question, that the subtitles doesn't work. I will show you now one video how you can turn the subtitles on, and I hope it will go. If you are watching this event on YouTube, you can add auto-translated subtitles to the video by using the following steps. I will turn now this on. In the bottom right corner here, turn on the closed captions by clicking or tapping on the CC button. You will see the automatically generated closed captions in English. Then go into Settings and click or tap on Auto Translate. You will see here Auto Translate. Choose your language. I will, for instance, choose Danish, and you are ready to go. Yeah. So, Ivana, it's your turn now. Accessible and quality digital education for autism and intellectual disabilities. Dear participants, welcome your questions. You can ask questions in the way that you put your question in the chat, and later, after her presentation, I will ask her.
Thank you, Blanca. Thank you once again. I just want to say in the beginning that I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to present our efforts in providing more accessible and quality digital education for learners with autism and intellectual disabilities. It's a pleasure to be here and to present this in front of such a big and interested, dedicated audience during the summer holidays. Our work was done in the framework of the ISEC Aid project, which is running from 2021 until the end of this year. So it's a nice time to sum up everything that we have done and show you, guide you a little bit through this presentation. In the project background, just to mention a few things about our inspiration in this project, why we started working and what is the need and what problems are we trying to solve. And then I will go briefly into the ISEC Aid results. And I will focus mostly on the Teach Space tool and also the Teach Hub as a collaboration and community building tool. We started with the notion and the problem actually that school systems are facing, the major challenges as schools work to provide an equitable educational experience for learners with autism and intellectual disabilities. As we all know, digital education has become now a critical lifeline for education, but at the same time, there is still a lack of digital tools and enough educational content accessible and appropriate for students with autism spectrum conditions and intellectual disabilities. At the same time, teachers, special educators, educational assistants, other support professionals that I will refer to as education professionals in short, they all need training and support to utilize the potential of digital technologies for enhancing education. This is the partnership of the ISEC Aid projects. I would just like to present the organizations very briefly. So the main one is the coordinator ShipCon from Cyprus, then the Autism Institute from Skopje, which I represent today, Cyclusis from Patras, Greece. We also have DADA, a parents association from Komotini, also Greece, and the Macedonian Scientific Society for Autism, as well as the Dr. Peter Baron Center for Special Education in Sofia, Bulgaria. Our results in this 3 years work include first the focus group discussion report, which is in a way a needs analysis, a publication called Accessible Digital Learning, Recommendations and Outputs for Learners with Autism and Intellectual Disabilities. I strongly recommend this publication to all interested teachers. This can be downloaded on our website, isek.eu, as well as all the other results, of course. Then the main result is the Teach Space tool, which is an innovative web application for accessible and interactive learning opportunities, specially designed for autism and intellectual disabilities. Next is the Teach Hub, which is in a way extension to the Teach Space platform, which provides opportunity for sharing and collaboration between teachers. And then we have prepared a comprehensive methodological handbook, which deals with the inclusive and special pedagogy. There is a really comprehensive part on the pedagogy aspect and also in a way, a tutorial, a digital technical guideline for using the TeachSpace and TeachHub tools. And the final result, something that we recently did and we're very proud of, is the training for trainers, a master course for educators, which we developed and we already piloted in Cyprus this year in May. All these can be found on the isaac8.eu webpage and can be downloaded, of course, for free. Now, what is the TeachSpace tool? The main feature of TeachSpace is the slides, or the sets of slides, which are cloud-based digital learning resources. They can be used as flashcards or task cards, quizzes, interactive lessons, and many more uses, depending on the creativity of the teacher and of the needs of the learners as well. This material can also be printed out, can be saved in a form of a PDF file, and then printed out to be used in a more convenient, conventional or convenient way, if that makes sense. Then we have the learner module, which is the module where the learner plays or completes the tasks. They can receive feedback, they can submit their completed assignment, collect tokens as well, view their grades and their achievements, and see some progress reports. A very important or the crucial part is the teacher module or the creator module, where all the creation of the content takes place, where educators can create and assign tasks to individual learners or whole groups or classrooms, share the assignments with other colleagues working in the same classroom. They can view the achievement and they can view progress reports and manage their classrooms. This is a tool which can be found on a dedicated teachspace.eu webpage, but it's also linked on the main project webpage, as I mentioned previously, the isaac8.eu. Here are some benefits of TeachSpace that I would like to present. First, we have the interactive learning, which means that students can interact with the digital manipulatives on the screen using the drag and drop functionality, in addition to the more conventional, the click and type, and there is also an option to embed videos. The drag and drop functionality is the key feature, and this is why we recommend that for the learners that they use this on a touch screen, maybe a tablet or a touch screen accessible monitor. But also the smart board is also very suitable for whole classroom activities in the inclusive settings and in similar other settings. We have we are supporting personalized learning experience, because the teachers or education professionals can create customizable interactive slides with ease. We have tried to make a very user-friendly interface and make it very simple for teachers to use. There is also a way with this is also a way how teachers can support learners with different cognitive and sensory profiles, which is a key feature of autism and intellectual disabilities. And in this way, they can make digital learning more accessible. Interactive content keeps learners more engaged, of course. There is a simplified progress tracking, which is very important for teachers these days. Education professionals can easily track learner progress and identify areas where improvement is needed, and they can focus, they can identify these areas more easily and focus on them in their future lessons. It's also time saving for the teacher and reinforcing for the learner, because it provides automated grading and automated feedback. This is how the TeachSpace creator module looks like. This is where all the work happens. You can see in the center of the screen there's something that looks like a PowerPoint slide. We've tried to make it similar to PowerPoint, as we feel that teachers are most comfortable in using this kind of format. On the left and the right hand side of the screen, there are two different menus with several functionalities that provide all the necessary customization and adjustments that you need to make this content accessible for learners with intellectual disabilities and autism. We have a very limited time in this presentation session, so I would like to refer you to the video tutorials which can be found on the Autism Institute YouTube channel. These are called TeachSpace Quick Start Guide for Teachers. There is a link here in this presentation, so if you can download it later, you will be able to go directly there and take a look at the tutorials, but it's also easy to find them on YouTube as the TeachSpace Quick Start Guide for Teachers. Some of the features that are very important in customization and making things accessible and appropriate for the learners with autism and intellectual disabilities is the immediate visual feedback and the prompting that is possible to do with this web tool with TeachSpace. The visual feedback is provided for both the correct and the wrong answer in the activities. For the correct answer, for example, we have some default options such as the green border. Then there is a green check mark, a thumbs up, or a green smiley face. And but there is also an upload option where you can upload an image that is preferable by the learner, which maybe can be some of their favorite cartoon characters, something that they will like more than all these default options, and in a way motivate them and keep them more engaged with the activity. The same thing also goes for the wrong answers, but here we also have an opportunity to do errorless teaching, which is a special kind of technique where we don't want to point out the wrong answers, but we want to prompt the learner into finding the right answer without memorizing something that is not correct. So we have the option of errorless feedback with prompting, as well as an upload option for marking the wrong answer. It's very important that we have a customizable number of attempts before prompting, which means that you can select between 1 and 5 times of wrong clicking or pointing to the wrong answer before the prompt is shown on the screen, which is very useful to do if you want to do prompt fading and reduce the number of wrong attempts before giving the prompt. For special education, but also for educating learners with autism and intellectual disabilities in the inclusive classroom, this is very useful. I would like to point out that this app is not only for special education students or learners or special classrooms, but it's very useful to be used with the whole classroom in inclusive settings. And we've tried to we made sure that we include some gamification and token economy elements. So learners play for stars, lightning bolts, and coins. Coins are a special kind of tokens that can be exchanged for different skins and avatars, which is an option in the learner's profile. Next, I would like to show the Teach Hub. This is, as I said, an extension of the TeachSpace tool, and it's a collaborative platform where teachers can share the open educational resources. And it's designed to work seamlessly with the TeachSpace. So you can find resources there and import them into your TeachSpace account. You can also, of course, showcase your work to a big community of European professionals. The TeachSpace and TeachHub tools both are fully responsive. They are optimized to be used seamlessly across all devices, including desktop computers, laptops, tablets, and also smartphones. I would recommend for creating for teachers that the best thing to do is use it on a bigger screen, but for students it can also be used on smartphones and tablets. Depending on the settings, as I mentioned, the smartboard is also a very useful option. At the moment, we have over 230 registered teachers using this tool already, and I hope to see this number growing as we are finalizing our activities within the ISAK project, and of course beyond. Let's see briefly what are the features of TeachSpace. As I mentioned, it works with it's integrated with the TeachSpace tool. It provides a resource exchange. There's also an opportunity to review and rate the open educational resources, which is a nice way of filtering and sorting out all the open educational resources. The site is in multiple languages, all the partner languages, and also in English. Of course, it supports innovative teaching practices by leveraging all the benefits of open education, including expanded access to learning and support for different learning styles. We also provided a section on professional development where you can find different resources in the line of teachers' professional development. We are using open licensing as all Erasmus Plus projects. We would like to foster a culture of open sharing and collaboration with respecting at the same time intellectual property rights. There is a continuous feedback loop, which is very important for us as a mechanism to receive feedback from users and ensure that the platform continues to evolve, improve, and grow. So please feel free to use the feedback form in the platform itself. And I'm sure you will find useful the user-friendly interface. And also, we've made sure to include some incentive structures for teachers in the form of badges and certification to motivate and recognize the contribution within the TeachSpace and TeachHub community. These are based on the European framework for the digital competences of educators, and they come in several progression levels, starting from a newcomer to all the way to a pioneer. And when reaching a certain milestone, teachers receive a certificate of achievement directly in their email inbox. And finally, instead of a conclusion in this presentation, I would like to extend an open invitation to all of you to the final ISAC conference event, which will be held on October 21st and 22nd in Skopje, North Macedonia. It's a hybrid event. You can participate online and in person as well, if you happen to be in Skopje or in the area. And I would like to invite you to follow our Facebook page, isac.eu, and also our website, isac.eu, to follow for more details and details about the upcoming event. Thank you again for your attention. And of course, I'm looking forward to any questions that you might have.
Thank you very much, Ivana. Obviously, you have so much experience and rich experience. There is a question Emilia would like to know, is the platform free of charge? If you can repeat this information.
Yes, of course, as any Erasmus Plus project results and everything that's developed within the project is open for the whole public, and it's free of charge. Mm-hmm. It can be downloaded and accessed through the project website, isac.eu.
Mm-hmm. Then Nico is interested in the topic. So as you work in inclusive classrooms, so he's interested in the same topic. So when we work in inclusive classrooms, how can we make sure that academic standards are met for all students? So for those with special needs and with those without special needs. Is there any, I don't know, maybe one recommendation, what to focus on, especially because you are obviously very well trained, but not all of the teachers are. So do we need to have a special certificate for working with students with special needs, or where can we get some help?
Well, I think this is differently regulated and set up in different countries. But for the inclusive curriculum and upholding some academic standards, I would say that we all need to have a certain level of flexibility, because the academic standards, as far as the academic standard goes, we can try and work our best for the learners, but at the end it depends on their own possibilities and needs. So the academic standards might not be attainable for each student, and this is okay in my opinion. So the curriculum needs to be more flexible and provide the level of provide the instructions and the materials on the level of the student to just follow. There is something that we in defectology, maybe you have heard of this, we call the zone of proximal development, which is a very small area between what the learner knows and what is the next step in their development. And we keep our efforts here, trying to prevent, giving something more very difficult to, which can be frustrating, and also repeating the same old things with the student, which can then lead for them to lose interest. So this is a very thin line, and I know it's very complicated, especially for teachers who have not gone through a comprehensive training about special needs and intellectual disabilities and autism in particular. But for example, in inclusive schools in Skopje in Macedonia, there is a whole team that works to support the teacher, which includes an educational assistant, which is recommended for a particular learner, and it also works as a helper to the teacher in a way. But there's also a school-based special educator which supports the whole, the entire, population of special needs students within that school. And there is also a resource center where I'm based of special educators, which work as the next level of support, which educate the educational assistants. They coordinate the assistants and also work with teachers to give them more advanced, in a way, support in the inclusive practices.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
The question.
Congratulations to your work. We have to move on because we are already in the second half of the conference. So thank you and congratulations. There is also a question about previous presentations. So could you offer more information about applying for a European Parliament School Ambassador? So there was an answer that each country has its own national office, which is a representative of the European Parliament. So each country has its own procedure. So contact your national office of European Parliament and see the procedure there. Yeah, and then you can apply and let's hope to be selected. Okay, now let's move to Antonia. Welcome once again, Antonia. So Antonia will share with us her experience with the Livresq tool, so a tool that transforms learning into a game. So let's have your presentation. Yeah, it's here, yes.
So, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Blanca, for the opportunity to be here with you today and present a tool which I testify that I'm in love with. The name of the tool is Livresq, and is a tool with which you can transform your lesson very easily into a game. I'm a history teacher, and I use this tool to transform my lesson in something that students like it very much. What is Livresq? Livresq is a platform with educational resources in digital format. This tool helps you to create interactive lessons which contain text, photo, gallery, animation, audio, video, quizzes, and other elements without the need of programming knowledge. This thing, I think it's a very big advantage for the teacher which don't have many ICT skills. The lesson resulting from Livresq can be downloaded for offline use or can be shared on the internet very easily through the Livresq library. Students can access them from many types of devices like phone, tablets, or PC. The lesson packages can be embedded in your website and also can be downloaded like SCORM and integrated in learning management system platform. For build a lesson with Livresq, you need an account. The use of Livresq when you start to create your account, the platform will give you space where you create the lesson, and the space is 5 giga. But if you want more space, you can try to pay for another type of account. So you will start with 5 giga spaces, and there you can create your lesson. After you create your account, the platform gives you the opportunity to use the lesson which other teacher already created, or you can create your own lesson according with your specific of the classes or specific of the children. So you can choose editor, author to create a lesson, or you can choose library and search a lesson which can be used by you at your classes. For example, this is library, and you can search here in the publication. At this time in the library, there are something like 500 and something lesson already created. So you can search according by the age of the students, by the category, by the topic, by the grade, language rating or sources, and so on. All that you need can be accessed from here, from library, even is lesson already created by someone, or if it's your own lesson, which you can find it here in my shelf. So in library, in my shelf, you can find your own lesson. So all that you need to do is just to enter in the library and access your lesson which you create, for example, last year for some classes. This is the way in which look my shelf in my library. Here it's some of the lesson which I've already created. So if next year I will need to use some of this lesson, all that need to do is to enter in the shelf and access the lesson. If you want to create your own lesson, the platform gives you the opportunity to do this. And here it's all the things that you have in your hand to personalize the lesson. For example, you create lesson will be like a project. So you will create a project which can contain many sections, and in every section you can insert images, audio, video, gallery, quizzes, application, and so on. And like other colleague told before me, you can use the assistant to personalize the lesson for the students with special needs. So you can, for example, have an assistant which read something from the lesson, or assistant which guide you through the section of the lesson. So all your project will be here, and you can personalize all the project with already made it template, or you can personalize by your own with color you like, or with the font do you like, or something like this. And I want to show you some of the lesson which I created, but before I want to tell you about an opportunity that we have in our country. For example, if we create a lesson with this tool, we can apply to the Ministry of Education, and if the lesson accomplish all the standards that according to the curricula in our country, the Ministry of Education can give us a certification that the lesson accomplished all the standards. For example, this lesson of mine, which is named Burebista and Decibel, the Daco-Romance Wars, was homologated by the Ministry of Education, so the lesson is recognized like a good practice for example, and the lesson is free of use for everyone which want to use it from the library. So I want to share you some lesson which I create with this tool. The lesson is in Romanian, but I will explain you what is about. The name of the lesson is 30 Years War, and I put here some points which we follow in the lesson. For example, the causes of the wars, the ongoing of the wars, the Westphalic peace, and the consequences of the war. For the starting of the lesson, for example, I ask my students to analyze this map and will identify, for example, the border of the Habsburgic Empire, politic modifies after the war, and so on. Even, for example, the specific campaign from the war, Swedish campaign, France's campaign, and so on. Then I will ask my students to watch a short video, and in the video they will find the specific causes of the war. And after they see this video, they will have to identify if they understand well what they saw in the video. So they will identify the causes, and this is a small assessment. If they will assess this space, they will see that identify correct or not the causes of the war. For ongoing of the war, they have here a small text. So they need to read the text, and they will find the most important things from the first step of the war. The second step of the war, also they have some written text here. The third step, and if they want to improve their knowledge or to read more information about the war, they have here an external link, and also they have working paper which they complete to see if they understand well all that they read here. At the end of the lesson, they have also 3 small videos which they can see. And after that, they have a small assessment. For example, they need to put the words behind in the specific space, and if they wrong something, the application make the words in red, so they know that this was put wrong. So all that they need to do is just to split and see what is wrong or what is good. And also they have consequences, and after the small text about the consequences, they will need to complete an assessment, a small assessment in which they need to arrange the pictures that they see across the lesson in order that the events was done, what's happened. So this is one of the lesson, and other lesson, for example, is for the 12th grade. And it's about our middle-aged king of the Romanian countries. Also, they have here some information, written information, and after this, they have all the king from the middle-aged Romanian country, and they need to watch to a movie, read the text, and after that they have small assessment to see if they understand what they read or what they watch. What is very important, and I like it very much at this tool, is that we can, for example, you see this exercise is made it in learning apps, which is another tool. So all that we need, we can create an exercise, an assessment in other type of tools, in other application, and we can put it here in Livresq and use it in our lesson without go and searching in, for example, in Livresq. I don't need to go at this lesson in learning apps and searching this type of exercise. I already put the link here and I can use it when I need. So for every king, I have the same topic. I have movie, I have written information, and also at the end I have the assessment. For me, this tool it's very, very important because we can bring all the things that we need for our lesson here in one space without programming knowledge and without a very deep competencies of ICT. So this is my presentation for today. I hope you understand. My English is not very good, but I hope you understand. Thank you for your attention and for the opportunity to be here with you.
Antonia, congratulations. Of course, your English is very good. Come on. It's a very good work, excellent work. There is one comment. Emilia is saying, this is amazing. Of course, it requires a lot of work on teachers' part. So can you comment maybe on that? So, yeah.
Yes.
One good thing is, as you mentioned now, that you don't need any coding skills or something like that. So this is one part which is very good.
It's very well. It's very good for us, like teacher, that we don't need very deeply skills in ICT, but it's a lot of time of working, of course, because we need to bring all the information in the same place. So. But if you create your own lesson, you have it then in the library. So next year it's not necessary to create it again, but I can also edit. For example, if the next year my classes will not be the same like this year, maybe students, I don't know, will be a level under, will not be at the same level, I can modify the information according to the specific of the classes. So I think it's important that we have already put it all the information there, and that we just modify if we need something.
Then another question is there a possibility to have offline interactive activities apart from Microsoft PPT?
Interactive activity in the
offline, if you can,
yes, you can insert anything you want in the Livresq, and you can use Livresq lesson created in Livresq. You can use it offline. You don't need necessary the internet access. For example, if you download the presentation, the lesson, you can access it without internet.
This is also very important information, because not all the schools have access yet. So great information. Thank you very much, Antonia. I hope to see you again with this good work. Thank you. I see that some of the participants are asking me for the certificate link, but currently I don't know why, but my comments are blocked by Facebook, so I cannot put the link of the certificate again. So I suggest you to scroll in the beginning of the today's conference, and you will see the link there. Also, I thank you to several participants who already put copy paste of the link in the comments. After the conference, I will also put the link in the video description of this conference, so it will be easy accessible, but I cannot do this now during the live stream, but in the end, so you will get it later. Let's move to Nada Ratković and her presentation on the importance of artificial intelligence virtual assistants. Welcome once again, and hear your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, Ded Blanca. I want to say hello to all our great audience and to thanks to all presenters before me, all awesome presentations.
Okay. So do we need to, we need your slides. If you can share them.
Oh, I put them. Okay, I will put it again, Blanca. I lost connection in few moments, so I think it is here. Okay, here I am.
Yes, exactly. So here we are.
Okay, so let us start. Warm greetings from Croatia once again. Today, Professor Nada Ratković. My topic is the importance of artificial intelligence virtual assistants. So I'm sure that you all today are working with the assistants because on your mobile and everywhere we have this assistant. So my first question is, what can you do today that you couldn't do a year ago? So every day we are learning something new. Today, Professor Nada learned 2 new digital tools. It's only in 30 minutes. So I already have already occupation for my holidays. So I'm sure that we in 1 year, not only 1 year, every day we are learning. So this is also a theory to my students. We need to motivate them. So if we are motivated, I'm sure that your students will be very successful. Professor Nada can say that almost whole last year, my colleague from Ekonomska upravna škola Split, Suzana Mikuć, and me were doing and working on the chatbots and on the virtual assistants. Why we were using this and why we were doing this? Because today we see that we have a lot of students with special needs, and also we have a lot of gifted students. So if we want to involve our students, like example in competition, they need to have a support, and also they need to collaborate with their colleagues around Europe and on the global level. So what are the virtual assistants? So virtual assistants are professionals who are really providing this remote administrative supporters. So for the educators, especially for us, and not only for us, for the administrators, today, if you know how to create and how to maintain this virtual assistant, you have a job of the future, because this is really a job of the future. Using technology and in other sectors, digital marketing without the chatbots today, I'm sure when we are buying online, when we are doing anything, we are communicating, we have a friend, so we can say every day who is saying to us hello, and that is amazing that we can do. And I always say, all cannot finish faculty and university, but if you have the hard skills, soft skills, and for this, you can have a great a great work. So this hello, sometimes to me means a lot, because we are always virtual. We are virtual in this virtual world. So when you are here and somebody say you to hello, that is amazing. We have a lot of benefits. So the benefits are efficiency first, and to improve the experience and to drive the innovation. Accessibility 24 hours. That is what we need. We need our support. And this is so today I want to mention some of this virtual assistants: Siri from Apple, Alexa from Amazon, Google Assistant from Google, Microsoft Copilot. From Samsung, we have the Bixby and the top 24 are Steel Agents, Belay, Boldly. They are magic. And here on the social media, I'm sure such a lot of educators who are also today involved in this amazing interactive webinar are finishing the magic school Berks. So we have this opportunity, and I'm really thankful that we can do that every day, so we can be the certified trainers and that we can involve in our classroom. When we talk about the students gifted, we have also one amazing tool called Brainly. So it depends against about you. We see our great colleague Antonia likes this. So everybody of us find digital tools which are for us user friendly, and we can use it for our subjects. Scalability here is that it means that we have this task and the interaction. So first is the benefit. Most biggest benefit is this automation and routine tasks. So we have this time task tasks. We can schedule appointments. So for us, scheduling appointments and managing the emails. And for the business communication, Professor Nada is a professor of economic subjects and from some of the ICT. So for me, for this business is very, very important. Then we have this service quality. AI virtual assistants are delivering us such a lot of responses. So almost like a human being. Then this personalization, recommendations, responses, solutions. We have different solutions for, like example, if we want to plan, we are not educated to work with the students with special needs, but we have that students in our classroom. We have that students on the university. So nobody don't ask us how will we do. So we need to learn. So this personalization, because we cannot give all students need attention, but it is very hard in a short time to give all the students attention. So I think that we need a lot of this personalized virtual assistance. Then multilingual support. So we have a support on all the languages. Any language that we need, we have a support using different and lot of data. So this data analysis is important for us, driving innovation and insights. Then continuous learning. Continuous learning is such what we are doing. We need to continue learning. So I'm thankful to all these European platforms for STEM Discovery Campaign, for Scientix, for the Code Week, for everything what we have an opportunity to be involved. Because when we are involved, we have a time, we have 2 months, 3 months, whole year, we can engage our students, we can collaborate with our colleagues during Europe. So not only this is in the STEM part, this is in the technology part, but we have e-twinning, Erasmus, and all of this. You see today EPAS schools. So we in Europe are really rich with those. So the knowledge is in our hand. We just need to took that knowledge. Then integration with other technologies. Each one of these digital tools we can integrate with others. So Internet of the Things, CRM systems, these platforms we need. So machine learning, best practices for implementing this virtual assistant. So how we first need to know the objective before we start. What is our aims? What are our goals? How can we clarify this? So this user design. What time? So today, design thinking is important. So if we can make something, if we can make these things, we can also check that. So we can make that testing. We need to make a prototype before we implement it in the classroom. Ensure data privacy and security. This is very important. So artificial intelligence, virtual assistants are giving this sensitive information. So we have the regulations. I can say that in Europe, we have a law about the artificial intelligence, and proudly in Croatia, next 2024 and 2025, we are starting with artificial intelligence in our classrooms, like one of the subjects which the students can choose. So we need to continue our training. We need to continue our improvement. And that brings also a smile on our students' faces. And that is for us the biggest gift. Then integration with the human support. So this hybrid approach, this is also online. And also we can make it in the hybrid way. So we are receiving this support. We need a support. We need to monitor this. We need to use this, and then if we can make the review. But for the review, we always need the metrics. So if you don't experience this, experience the virtual assistant, because it is important for you. Professor Nada will show one example now. I choose for this entrepreneurship. Why entrepreneurship? I choose because I have this subject with the students with disabilities. I have it with the students with disabilities. So, and also I have it with the other students who are involved in many competitions like entrepreneurship and statistical Olympiad, in economic Olympiad. So when we have this virtual assistants, we can give the opportunities to each students, to students who can be in competitions and to other students who have this disabilities. So you see here how we are doing this. First is the personalized learning. When my student with disabilities ask me, Professor Nada, who is an entrepreneur? I make this photo. And I say, this is an entrepreneur for me. How do you see an entrepreneur? So he started with his ideas. So it is not the same way. We need to come the distance is very important. We need to bring them closely to us. This is the only way how can we work. So it was for me nightmare every Sunday at the night. I was thinking, what will I do at Monday? But now I have this courage. The first time is always very hard. So we make different ways. So different is for making business plan development for the students with disabilities and for the other students, how to make this preparation. And I say that is why we need to be more involved in the e-twinning and Erasmus projects and involve the students with disabilities. So personalizedly, this is the way how I do it also for my subject entrepreneurship, and not only for entrepreneurship, for other subjects how we are doing. So make this difficult, focus on the content, ensure that learners are always challenged and engaged. Motivation needs to be whole time. So it depends about you. You need to motivate your student. Then how to make the access to database. So these students have more skills. They more like to work with the digital tools than using the books and the other things. So we need to find a way how to bring the knowledge to them. So helping our students, giving them the information. Then we have this content from various sources. So you see Professor Antonia, how she's making her history lessons. That is the way also how we are making for our subjects. And when we have a database, then it is more easier for us for the next time to give a lecture, and the students will understand that. So business plan development, we all know what is the meaning of business plan. We have brainstorming, brainwriting, we are coming to ideas, we want to make an invention. And in entrepreneurship, economics have a subject called training firms, and that subject is from idea to realization. And when we choose an idea, we come to the realization. We have 2 years and we are working like a real like a real firm. So on this way we are making this interactive stimulation. So we know that we need to make the financial plan, the marketing plan, all the plans. So these simulations are helping us. So we already have some results. We make the financial statements of the loss and of our debt and things. So working on this way, I'm sure that our students are getting the knowledge which is important. So this skills, and you know what is also very interesting, when we this mentorship, virtual mentors. So these assistants are the virtual mentors, and we are doing this peer collaboration. We need this peer collaboration between our colleagues. As I said on the beginning, I work whole year with my colleagues from or all around Croatia, and also on the global level. So collaborating, we can get and bring better results and better knowledge to our students. Funding, we have these funding opportunities, European Union and European, we have a lot of European grants. So through the project-based learning, through the projects, we can apply on the different project. Here is one of the case studies. So Srednja strukovna škola bana Josipa Jelačića enhanced to entrepreneurship program. And that is what I say, the subject training first firms from idea to realization. We have such a lot of ideas for the students. We are historical, very rich. We are with the environment very also I can say our wealth is all around us, and we just need to choose something. So Sinj is famous by the traditional game Sinjska Alka, and in Sinjska Alka only the men are involved, but why a woman could not be involved in Sinjska Alka? So we have a training film called Alkarusha, where we involved the women in the traditional game called Sinjska Alka. And not only that, we have little children who adore the horses. So we have the game also called Alkarska School for the little child. So when we have an idea, we can implement that, and this virtual assistant can help us a lot. So we at the university also can make and develop this assistant. So we make entrepreneur bot, and whole year we were doing a strukovni bot. Strukovni bot means a vocational bot, because we are in the vocational education, involving personalized learning materials, courses, resources, and all. So you here see this. We have this database for the market research. Like example, this game is always the first Sunday. So you are all invited in Sinj in Croatia at the first Sunday in August to witness the biggest traditional game under the UNESCO. So here, giving this business plan and for the entrepreneurship through this process, you will offer this. So this is the meaning. We have different templates, we have different tips, we have the real-time feedback. So this and we are refining our idea. So if our idea is not good from the start, we are making a redesign. So lot of hours of brainstorming, lot of hours of working in the teamwork of the students. So this is in Croatia. Very soon we are starting with the modular reform. So vocational education will be different, just on the way we want to have. There will be more practice than theory, and that is important for us. Interactive simulations, you can make these simulations by AI for the business, for make your scenarios, for make your students to practicing before putting it into the realization. Entrepreneur bot, the bot which we make is connected with the students are communicating this, so they have this experience again. We can apply for the funds and for this opportunities, and this is the students. So what is the meaning of Erasmus? Erasmus, we can apply, but we need to have a good project idea, and also we need to find something that our students cannot learn in our country. This is the meaning. So we have great result. We have this AI assistant called Entrepreneur Bot. So he is really designed to support students in the entrepreneurship program. Then we have this personalized learning. So for every student, for their interest, for their strengths, for their progress, we can give this. We can recommend different materials, courses, resources. We can increase this funding success. We have this stronger networking. All of this, I can say, we are all networking. So we have connections with mentors, with industry, with we provide the students all what they need. So knowledge, insights, skills, digital education, literacy education, eco education, financial education. So starting from idea to realization. So how smart are these smart assistants? You see here, Google is very smart. Cortana is smart. Siri is smart. All are they smart. It depends about you. What will you choose? Then it is the question, what is the difference between chatbot and virtual assistants? They are really similar. So you can try and go on the chatbot to chatbot.com. It is very easy. You can add a new project. You can add this chatbot. You can choose a chatbot. Like example, we choose a competition chatbot, making this dashboard. You see, it looks like a mind map. It depends what you want. You are putting the questions. You are putting the confirm questions, yes or no, and the explanation. So we want to save the time for teachers, learn the language, give the assistive technology, and you see what what the students with disabilities can do. You see, Professor Nada makes a transfer of the money. Every Monday, I have new creations. I make lesson for Monday, but every Monday I make different lesson from that what I was planning according to the students. So this is a way how we are working. We don't have time. Let us take care about the ethics about this which we are involved. So end-to-end integration. What can you do today that you couldn't do a year before? What can you do today what you couldn't do before 1 hour is my next question. So virtual assistants are very important for our environment, for our health, for everything. So you can choose it, you can use it in different subjects, in different projects, and in everything. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. Blanca comes to say, Nada, it is finished.
Thank you very much. Not just for the content, but also for your passion that you shared with us and your energy. Really amazing work. I believe that with all that you presented to us, you actually teach thinking skills. So you encourage students to use artificial intelligence, because teachers are sometimes concerned and they don't want to see their students to use the artificial intelligence, but you quite contrary, you encourage them to use it and then think about the results and everything. So really amazing. There is also one question about, so what are the, if you can share maybe, what are the top 3 ideas for Erasmus projects in your opinion?
Oh, Erasmus
Yeah, I know, $1 million question, but yeah.
but listen, I want to say, you see today, 4 presenters, I think that you get a lot of new ideas. And I want to say, especially if you are applying for Erasmus projects, please involve the students with disabilities.
Yes.
That is very important. And also, please involve these things for our environment and for the mental health. Mental health today is very important, and try maybe to choose something to the students to make a balance between their school life, professional life, and life at home. So different today, they almost all Erasmus appliers are getting their results. So till February, I'm sure that you will have a lot of ideas. So just be with the Primera courses Erasmus, and our Blanca has such a lot of training, so you can be involved in the trainings too.
It's also maybe important, I agree with all you said, it's also important to involve in Erasmus projects all the existing initiatives, for instance,
Yes.
incorporate e-twinning into the project, or European Union Code Week, or European Parliament. So because with those,
that is very important, because we get points if we have e-twinning projects, if we are involved. Like example, when we start Erasmus Plus projects, we immediately need to open e-twinning project also on that topic and work on that platform. So these are all points.
The impact is also higher when you connect different points into one story. Okay, so thank you, Nada. Once again, I think it's time that we return to our holidays. Thank you for your patience, everybody.
See you on brunch.
Yes, yes, exactly. We are all going to Croatia soon. Yes, we discussed this with our presenters. So I invite you all to come and visit Croatian beautiful sea. And the next conference is in the end of August, so 29th of August. I invite you to join either as a presenter and present your teaching practice. As you will see, all of them survive here. So you are very welcome to submit your teaching case, or you can join us as a listener, of course. After the end of this live streaming, I will also put a link of the certificate in the video description, in which you can find a little bit later. It will be available for 24 hours. Thank you very much. Have a nice, relaxing holidays. Bye-bye.